satisfying football. This is your College Bowl previews for New Year's Day, Wednesday, January 1st. You got 4 of them on that day, so let's jump into it. You got the Outback Bowl between Minnesota Golden Gophers and the Auburn Tigers. Minnesota had an awesome year this year. They finished 10-2, averaging 34.3 points a game, 22nd nationally, 35th in scoring defense, 14 picks, which is 16th in the country. Quarterback Tanner Morgan, 2,975 passing yards, 28 touchdowns and 6 picks. Running back Rodney Smith, 1,094 rushing yards, 8 touchdowns. Wide receiver Rashad Bateman, 57 catches, 1,170 yards, 11 touchdowns. And Tyler Johnson, 74 catches, 1,114 rushing yards receiving yards, and 11 receiving touchdowns. So they had a 1,000-yard rusher and 2 1,000-yard receivers. Defensive back Antoine Winfield, 7 interceptions, one of the tops in the country. I think probably like 3rd or so in the country. And on the flip side, Auburn 9-3, trying to get their 10th win. They're averaging 34 points a game, which is 27th nationally, 25th in rushing offense, 13th in scoring defense, 25th in rush defense, 20th in total defense, 90 tackles for loss, which is 21st nationally. Freshman quarterback Bo Nix, 2,366 yards, 15 touchdowns and 6 picks, plus 301 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns. Wide receiver Seth Williams, 55 catches, 801 yards and 8 touchdowns. Defensive back Roger McCreary, 10 pass breakups, 1 pick, and 11 passes defense. I think this will be a pretty even game. Both teams are pretty good offensively. Both teams are pretty good defensively. Auburn is a lot better defensively. Minnesota's had a really strong year. Minnesota's shown they can play with some teams. This is actually pretty hard for me to pick. Because I do like both teams. I like what they both are doing. I'm kind of leaning Auburn though, just because of their defense. Their defense is stronger than Minnesota. I'm not gonna go, oh, it's the SEC. Fuck all that bullshit. They can play. I think this will be a pretty even game. I think this will be a pretty close game. I'm gonna go Auburn though, just in the end, get their running game going a little bit. Maybe win by a field goal or something like that. But I'm going to go Auburn here in the Outback Bowl. All right, then you got the Citrus Bowl. Michigan Wolverines against the Alabama Crimson Tide. Michigan coming in 9-3, averaging 33 points a game, which is 37th nationally. 68th in total offense. However, they do have one of the top defenses in the country. 18th in scoring defense, number 6 in total defense. Quarterback Shea Patterson, not a bad year, 2,828 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, 6 picks. Linebacker Josh Uche, 8.5 sacks. Defensive back LaFleur Hill, 9 pass breakups, 3 interceptions, 12 total passes defense. Then you got Bama, 10-2 over there, averaging 48.3 points a game, which is 2nd nationally. They're number 7 in total offense, 15th in scoring defense, 17th in total defense, plus 16 turnover margin, which is 2nd nationally, 15 interceptions, which 9th nationally. Tua Tagovailoa, he's hurt. I know he's not playing. He passed for 2,840 yards, 33 touchdowns, 30 picks. Mac Jones will be starting. He's passed for 1,176 yards, 11 touchdowns, 3 picks in relief. Running back Najee Harris ran for 1,088 yards and 11 touchdowns. Wide receiver Devontae Smith, 65 catches, 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns. Jerry Jeudy, 71 catches, 959 yards, 9 touchdowns. Defensive back Trayvon Diggs, 8 pass breakups, 3 picks, 11 passes defense. And defensive back Jared Maiden had 4 interceptions. If Tua is playing, I'd say Alabama destroys Michigan. I still think Alabama should win. As long as Mac Jones doesn't make mistakes, he got all the talent around him. Defensively, yeah, Michigan's good on defense, whatever. I still think Alabama's quite a bit better than Michigan. I still think they may even kill them. With Tua, they would have beat them by 28. Now they maybe beat them by 17 or 20. I think this is Alabama. All right. Rose Bowl game. Oregon Ducks and Wisconsin, both in the top 8. Oregon coming in 11-2, averaging 35.9 points a game, which is 15th nationally. They have the number 26 offense in the country. They actually do have the number 9 scoring defense in the country, 10 in rush defense, 59th in pass, 23rd in total defense. They have 41 sacks and 94 tackles for loss, which is both top 15 nationally. plus 13 turnover margin, 19 interceptions as a team, which is second nationally. Quarterback Justin Herbert, 3,333 yards, 32 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Running back C.J. Verdell ran for 1,171 yards, 8 touchdowns. Wide receiver Johnny Johnson, 55 catches, 818 yards, 7 touchdowns. Defensive end Kayvon Thibodeau, as a true freshman, had 9 sacks. He was the number 1 overall recruit in the country this past year. Then on the flip side, you got Wisconsin 10-3. This is why I don't think the interceptions for Oregon will matter a whole lot. Wisconsin likes to run. They don't run triple option. They do pass sometimes, but run behind one of the best running backs to ever play the game, Jonathan Taylor. They are, as a team, they're averaging 34.6 points a game, which is 21st nationally. They're 15th in rushing offense. Their defense, 10th in scoring, 8th in total. They have 49 sacks, which is 3rd nationally. Quarterback Jack Cohn, solid year. Very Wisconsin-like managing year. 2,541 yards, 17 touchdowns, 4 picks. Running back Jonathan Taylor, 1,909 yards, 21 rushing touchdowns. He may be able to get to 2,000 rushing yards this season. Wide receiver Quintez Cephas, 52 catches, 842 yards, 6 touchdowns. Linebacker Zach Bond, 12.5 sacks. Chris Orr, 11.5 sacks. So these are 2 pretty evenly matched teams, both offense and defensively. Personally, I'm going to want Oregon to win, but I think that, and they have the number 10 rush defense against the number 15 15 rush offense. Wisconsin, 8th in rush defense, 16th in the pass defense. Like I said, this is going to go back and forth. This is going to be really even. The line is Wisconsin by 3. I'm kind of leaning that way. This I think is man. I'm not sure who to go with here. I do think Taylor will get to 2,000 rushing yards. He only needs 91. He averages well over that. And he's got, I think, over 100 yards in every game this year, but 1 or something like that. I don't know who to go here. In my head, I'm kind of leaning Wisconsin. I don't know. I kind of feel like Oregon might have the advantage at quarterback. He's better than Cone, but then Taylor is better. So I'm like working this out in my head. I'm gonna go Oregon. I'm gonna just say the difference will be the quarterback play. Maybe, like I said, it will come down to the end, I believe, and maybe it's that Justin Herbert just gets something done at the end to get the victory. So close game there between Oregon and Wisconsin. Then the nightcap at 8:45, the Sugar Bowl between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Baylor Bears. Georgia coming in, averaging 31.2 points a game, which is 58th nationally, 60th in total offense. The number 2 scoring defense in the country, 4th in total defense. Quarterback Jake Fromm, okay year, 2,610 yards, 22 touchdowns, 5 picks. Running back DeAndre Swift, 1,216 yards, 7 touchdowns. I think he was hurt, but he may be in that game. Baylor coming in. Both teams are 11-2. Baylor averaging 35.2 points a game, which is 16th nationally, 45th in total offense, 16th in scoring defense, 41 in total defense, 43 sacks in a year, which is 7th nationally, 96 tackles for loss, 13th nationally. They're plus 14 in the turnover margin, which is 5th nationally, 17 picks on a year, which is 3rd nationally. Quarterback Charlie Brewer, 2,950 yards, 20 touchdowns, 6 picks, plus 337, 10 touchdowns on the ground. Wide receiver Denzel Mims, 61 catches, 945 yards, and 11 picks. Linebacker Terrell Bernard, 107 tackles. Defensive tackle James Lynch, 12.5 sacks. Cornerback Graylin Arnold, 6 interceptions on a season, which is 5th nationally. I'm going to go Baylor here. I'm not a big Georgia fan this year. I don't hate them or anything. It's just, to me, they've been pretty average. Yeah, they have talent, but I don't know. They haven't played too many people, and the ones they did, they either lost or struggled. I think Baylor might just blow them out. Georgia's favored by 6. I have a hard time seeing that. I think Baylor might beat them by like 20. So I'm going to go Baylor here. All right, so those are my New Year's Day picks. Only a couple more bowl games left, so finish them off. Check back. Peace.